You know, we are living longer these days, and apparently it's really good to get old because 40 is the new 30, 60 is the new 40, which means 70 must be the new 50. People today are doing amazing things at all ages and defying the odds. Take a look at what these folks can do.
What's going on here today?
Well, I'm going shopping.
Try to move every muscle every day, so let's get down and do some push-ups. Anything the young can do, the old can do better.
Joining us today is the very youthful Dr. Freda Lewis-Hall. Glad to have you here.
Always glad to be here.
And you can also join us from home throughout the show by using the hashtag #GetOld. We've got some people here in our audience also defying the odds. We thought we'd play our own little numbers game. First, we've got Carrie. Okay, Carrie, let's see, here you are. All right, so what do you think? 51, 44. We're getting some good numbers here. Carrie is really, drum roll please, 61. All right. Wow. You look great. Sit down.
Thank you.
All right, now let's take a look at Edna. Where are you, Edna? Stand up. Here we go. So, everybody take a look. How old do you think Edna is? 83, 78, 73. All right, another drum roll, please. Edna is a very gorgeous 94. Wow. All right. We can see clearly aging is not what it used to be. Age is really only a number. Of course, the numbers on a scale are real, and Patty decided at an age when many give up to do something about it and turn her life around. Take a look.
I was inspired to change my life after my divorce. I was motivated by some negative comments during my marriage to improve myself. I had been heavy for many years. When my daughter received her induction into the Bar Association, I was probably about 189 pounds. And seeing that picture with my daughter, I was just devastated. It was a big wake-up call. I lost the weight by joining a gym. I would walk on my breaks at school, on my lunch. I've lost a total of 60 pounds. I feel better about myself. People will comment that I look more like their sister than their mother. I think they're annoyed. I believe it's very important to maintain your health and maintain a healthy lifestyle to keep you looking as young as you can for as long as you can.
Well, great attitude. Now, about 7 years ago, you went through quite a transformation, right?
I did. Well, in 2004, I saw that picture that had been taken of her at the bar induction. I was just mortified, and I thought, this girl must be just so embarrassed. The man who is now my son-in-law, he had called me and he said, I'd like your permission to marry Julie, and I want your blessing before. And I said, and how many years are you planning before this wedding takes place? And he said, about 2.5. So I thought, oh my God, I've got to do something.
Yeah, well, first of all, let me congratulate Patty for taking this kind of life challenge and turning it into a life opportunity. That is so important. You also said something really important I want to key into, and that is a lot of people think of aging as something that happens outside and that they want to control. I tell people, you know, nobody's ever died of wrinkles. So a part of healthy aging really has to do with what goes on in the inside, and Patty and I have talked about the postmenopausal years. I don't mean to be a downer, are actually years that bring high risk for certain illnesses, for osteoporosis, for diabetes, and for heart disease. Heart disease is the #1 killer of women over the age of 40. You want to remember the things on the inside that you can't see as well. Maintaining a healthy blood pressure, checking on blood glucose, making sure that you're checking on your bone health. So it's important to look for screening program for yourself to check on cancers, for example, colon, cervical, and breast cancer. Let's say that I'm around the new 40.
Okay.
And so my doctor and I sit, and based on my age and my risk, we put a plan together of the screenings I should have in the course of a year.
Well, you've got a pretty healthy role model for aging in your life.
That I do. My daddy just turned 97 years old.
97. There he is.
97. This was taken just last week. And here's how he's my inspiration. He's my inspiration in a lot of ways, but from an aging perspective, I look at him and say, if this has to last me 37 more years, I better up my game a little bit, right? So, you know, how do you do that? And Patty told us how to do it. You know, it's a little bit at a time. Make a plan and then work the plan.
Now, Freda, didn't your dad also just get married at 90?
He did. 2 days before his 90th birthday. And, you know, he's proof that you can find love at any age. And in fact, he's not alone in those views. A recent survey that was conducted by Pfizer found that 81% of people over the age of 65 thought that you were never too old to get married. And you know, it's a new age for aging. Pfizer has a program called Get Old, and it's really intended to help people think differently about aging. And you can go on to getold.com, or you can join the Get Old Facebook and Twitter account, and you can learn more about how to make choices for a healthier life and to try and develop some new perspectives and ideas about what it means to get old.
Look, Freda and I get together all the time, and we want to hear from you. So use hashtag GetOld on Facebook and Twitter to send us your thoughts and questions about getting old. I want to thank all of my guests today, especially Dr. Freda Lewis Hall.